Oh, welcome back to Europa Universalis III, where a few more years have passed, a few more wars have happened too, especially in Scotland, which we've started to break up, liberate some of the smaller provinces there. Currently, we're still fighting against Scotland, but that war is just about to be over. Just want to get maybe one province out of it that I can maybe give to England. I can annex England anytime I want. And for the time being, I don't really have to risk revolts there. Before we move on, the geopolitical landscape has changed quite significantly recently. If I take a look at my diplomatic status, we've been allies with Sweden for a long while. You probably should have noticed that if you were watching any of the previous episodes. Sweden has pretty much subjugated in the entirety of Scandinavia by now. They have vassalized Norway. So, yeah, basically... And I've vassalized Denmark, so why both of these still exist, they're part of the Great Northern Alliance. I don't know. That's my spontaneous name for it. Let's roll with that. And we've been pretty successful, Currently, Muscovy was busy with fighting Ming again. Also, I don't have any particular issue with them. Let's just send them some money just for the sake of it. What I would like to do, yet again, is to fight against the Ottomans. Another thing that I should talk about is the landscape in the Americas has changed drastically over the past few years because quite a few new countries have sprung up that kind of rebelled against their usurpers, and since they were pretty much busy fighting people like me in Europe, they weren't quite able to put everything down successfully. Not quite sure why Venezuela formed and has cores in what I would consider to be the US. I mean, I would understand if they formed down here in the region of the Hansa, but over here? Not entirely sure. So a few of these states formed. Same here in South America. Some have formed and disappeared again. Some have formed and then moved somewhere entirely else, like Brazil has control over a really rich trading station in Curacao, but that's about it. So for some time they also hold parts of what we would consider to be Brazil. So that's definitely interesting. Other than that, not really much has happened. Something I noticed, I'm not entirely sure how they did that, like decades, probably, centuries ago, I vassalized Bengal. Not sure if I just vassalized them in a war or if I probably, took one of their provinces and then just released them because I didn't know what to do with the province. They've been doing exceptionally well, I gotta say, because they've been our vassals, so they had limited diplomatic options, and up until recently we weren't, allied, so they didn't participate in any wars. We'd been fighting here pretty regularly on the Indian Peninsula, or continent. But still they managed to expand somehow. I'm not entirely sure how. It's possible that they used revolts in provinces that they had cores on, and then the rebels decided to join them later. But damn, how did you expand, guys? Respect. Had no diplomatic options, still managed to not only survive, but expand. That's good. Anyway, as I mentioned, I think it's time to push back the Ottomans further. They're currently already embroiled in war against Morocco and, well, other mostly Muslim countries, except Zaporozhye, who's also Muslim. Never mind. Anyway, I have a couple of armies ready here. The goal is to take over, the rest of what I would consider to be Italy. Although it's Sicily technically, but potato. Anyway, while the small division here will take over Sicily, the rest of us will drive through to Anatolia. This time I already have an army in Georgia at pretty much a province that they have to pass in order to get in here, unless they can, walk around here, which I very much doubt. So they'll probably they probably have a rather simple task, which is to just stand there and hold the line. Alright, let's declare that war. Technically, we want to liberate people. I mean, we already started liberating people here. This time we're gonna liberate a few more people. Everyone's very likely to join, so let's make it a group effort. Alrighty. Since you start that, probably just go to trust. The moment my navy and marines are available, we can just block their passage by holding the Aegean Sea again, like we did, you know, last time we fought war against them. There hasn't been any real major war since then, so I didn't just show you that. It was just some minor skirmishes, colonial stuff in India, and that sort of thing. Anyway, moving on. Well, Agios is one of their military lines. Tripoli might have issues though, because there's an army right next to them. Some weird thing that happened here, even though England has an army, and you know, I was kind of expecting them to lay siege to Norfolk, but instead of doing that, they patrolled between Norfolk and Essex for some totally unknown reason to me. Now that I started sieging Norfolk, they're just standing back in London again. I have no idea why they didn't just siege that. I was kind of thinking, you know, just siege that. I'll make it part of a peace negotiations that you get that back. But no, apparently we're not gonna have that. All right, good job so far. Could consider going down there to try and wipe him out. That's... yeah. Anyway, in any event, go over there. Well, I could still just ask for Norfolk and then just transfer it to England when we have peace again. So technically I can still do that, it's just annoying. Anyway. I'll converge on Lothian so we can get out of here quickly once we... Ooh, they severely... Seriously? Seriously? You can just sail all the way from somewhere around here to here by the time we just cross that narrow strait? Damn it. Well, we need the friggin' fleet here, apparently. Get it. The Marines up sometime later. Well, that part of the plan went well at least. Stay here for some time now. I have no idea where you are even. I would think they're somewhere around here, but they are not. So probably they have a province somewhere else that I would need to find. Sadly, you can try and find provinces, but you can't really go and find, you know, countries. So Can accept that. Actually, I have Tangiers anyway. Too late now. They just have that one province that Flanders was already laying siege to, but Flanders is not allied with us, so I'd very much doing anything substantial there. Anyway, so Scotland. Like that, at least. Probably sell to the English, but get that too. However, we have a rather low infamy limit. Never mind. I would not accept. I'll then revoke your Coron. Fine with that. Let's just all get together somewhere for extraction. Probably Norfolk now. So Greece can probably try and take care of the sieges for all these small countries down here. So I don't have to deal with that particular mess. Also quite successfully converted pretty much our entire empire by now. There's a few provinces that are still in progress, but as far as I can tell, everything I have is at least in the process of being converted. So I need to get more, right? So that my missionaries have something to do. That's the way that goes, right? Right? I need to spend some prestige. But in a moment. Is the fleet coming? Who's coming? Alright, let's start moving in like a few days. If they try to stop us again, the fleet should be here when they come here to intercept. Apparently this time they don't want to do that. Apparently there's impressions. Alright, now you're over here. Let's just split in half. Okay, now you get back here. Pick up the marine attachment. And then we can go on. So Athens is doing a great job. Send them more money, I think. I wanted to expand influence though. Right? Let's not siege yet. Let's just hold the fort here. Meanwhile, Georgia can lay siege to that, which is a province they should have a core on. So maybe at some point we can just try and give them that, though with my infamy limit. Maybe not. It would be really helpful if my current leader could just kneel over. It's not something I'd like to say, but the next one has a slightly better diplomatic skill, but he's not great either. Didn't have particularly great leaders in the past in the past few generations. But you have to make do with what you get, right? Anyway. Leaders being that bad is... though it is part of the reason why I'm considering just changing to a republic, because there I would have had less issues with incompetent leaders because I could just replace them after 4 years. Anyway. Really, you wanna come over here? Okay. What, just let them cross? No need to stop them? Alright, let's take out that army before it threatens Tripoli. That's a good idea. Oops. Yeah. Oh, Greece, don't forget about your Catholic zealot uprisings. Ooh, there's already a fight going on. Apparently, I don't even have to interfere. Oh, I don't have to interfere. There's something more fun that you could do. Plan in Egypt, but you could get heavily outflanked there. So let's just try and do that in a coordinated fashion. Let's go to Aegean Sea. Try and draw their fleet out. Wait, didn't you forget something? Oh, god damn it, guys, what? Damn it. So, don't have these guys. They still have huge amounts of cavalry, which is not very efficient these days. Not against Napoleonic infantry squares and, you know, other fun things. Here. Want to rethink that. Desperately want to die. You can do that. Alright, I should do a job. Good. Very good. Oh, we don't need to help siege anything here, apparently. Go here when we, you know, go over the Bosphorus. Well, this time, please remember bringing your throwing more troops away for really no good reason. We can continue sieging here. Or, you know, restart actually would be the proper terminology. MVP, these guys. Last time we went to war with them, I think I mentioned this, that I found it way too stressful to try and send someone through here, so Georgia just didn't, you know, bite the dust, figuratively. So I thought this time, you know, after our most recent war against tribes here, I thought, you know, let's just have an army there already, you know? Make things so much easier. And it does. Anyway, that. So a marine support group is here. So let's use that to cross the Bosphorus. I'm gonna cross here. Here. Now. Meanwhile, you're gonna attempt an amphibious landing. No thanks, I don't need spies. I actually used spies a couple of times recently because I wanted to support some of these revolutions here, especially in North America, because apparently they need some help to get started. Managed to drive the revolt risk pretty high, but since Portugal has so many provinces here, they've been apparently always been able to just crush it by force. So, but it was fun to do. And, you know, managed to do something useful with my spies. At least semi-useful. In the end it didn't quite work out, but it might have kept Portugal busy from, you know, doing something more important. Anyway, can move on even further. You there. Cross. Area should, you know, get the siege done at some point. Alright. We are also rapidly closing to the end of the game. The game just abruptly ends at, I believe, 1814? If I'm not entirely mistaken. Game is already kind of stretching its limits now with all the new micronations forming here, and things are way different than they used to be when it was more of a feudal society. It was mainly bunched up here, plus a few other nations, mostly in Asia, but there wasn't really much going on in the very beginning in South America, for instance. And so they apparently, the game designers just said, well, you know what, it's not really realistic that we can, you know, try and simulate that and pass it off as good. So let's just end it. Alright, let's throw some more money at people we like. Like that. More relations. And do the English a favor and already convert the province that I'm about to sell them for probably, you know, 0. Because I don't really need it. Just have to put down revolts. Because there's a 8% revolt risk here. So I would need to bring an army there or anything, you know, it's not worth it and at this point. Not when my vassal gives me half the income anyway. They're breaking through here. Figured out that they can just go around it. Tricky bastards. Gonna do then. Gonna move on. Or do I want to retake these provinces? So let's these guys through. Kind of the point of this army was to just keep everything here under lockdown. Maybe we should actually return to that particular you know, job. Because I very much doubt the Georgian army can deal with that. Start moving as soon as they moved out of here. We're gonna follow them wherever they go. Just heading back now. Good choice. Sieges in Palermo and Messina are not quite progressing. And that army, there's still an army here, and they've just laid waste to Tripoli because I didn't see any of that. You good? We dictate terms to Tripoli now. We could always just ask them to re-release as part of our, you know, peace negotiations. So I'm not gonna try and scramble something for down there now. Although we're doing a pretty decent job over here. But we should probably stop that army. Ugh, annexation. Wasn't there a Moroccan army that was kind of looking like it should be large enough to beat them? Whatever happened to that? Apparently they lost. Bad. Let's... Here, the other one here. Should probably see roads. Do that with the Marine Corps. Alright, feel free to cross to start sieging Anatolia, I guess. Well, they probably be the next to siege Anatolia, so there. Well, let that army through, but we dealt with it. Well, that siege is done. Here, I guess. Don't really have anything urgent for you to attack. They siege to whatever. Balkan's got Kosovo out of it. Oh, good for you. Don't have a claim there, but you know, you need to deal with the uprisings. Apparently, I do now have a target for you. Siege that. Right, ceded Larissa, which Greece doesn't have a core on, strangely enough. Well, it doesn't matter. Deserved it, did a good job here and all. Korea, apparently we can really... Yeah. Right, alright. They're not even at a war with Greeks anymore, so why they would go there. But also they should now not be able to pass through Greece because they don't have treaties for that, so I can just... I should just be able to stand here and block at the same time. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Great. Good, good, good. So, not entirely sure if we're gonna have one more episode after that. Not sure if anything really interesting is gonna happen in the past, in the next few years. Historically, the French Revolution should start soon, but I'm not entirely sure if France is unstable enough to go and do that. The last game I had, just nothing happened there. But France was a lot bigger there. So Georgia, if you want to make separate peace with the Ottomans, you know, get back Abkhazia, be my guest, huh? I'd totally be fine with that. The province that should be yours. That way I don't have to deal with the infamy. Hit. Alright, Rhodes is over. Let's pick him up again. And sail over here. Pick that. Alright, they're throwing more troops away. Sure, they can still afford, you know, to just throw troops away. Still a war with Morocco, Oman, and all these people. Apparently Morocco is starting to push him back now. Well. Do we need a new advisor any near future? Probably not. Should already be at 100% cultural tradition. With all the fine arts academies and other modifiers that we have, even without spending a single magistrate, we should already, you know, regenerate to 100% cultural tradition, allowing us to just pretty much regularly hire at least level 5, sometimes level 6 guys. That's pretty decent. One advantage of having so many provinces and too much money, you know, you can just build a few fine arts centers and just stop wasting magistrates for, you know, the culture boost. Which we had done, you know, a lot in the early days. Yeah. Had more magistrates and not enough money to effectively use them. Alright, one more thing I wanted to do though, when I'm thinking about it. Here, I guess. Built a few more ships for my patrol fleets. Alright. Patrol fleet. Nice. Same here. Base here. What? Let's send a ship over here. Oh, it's there. Never mind. Someone? Has someone? Right. Control that too. And moving on. Anyway, what are we trying to get out of peace negotiations? Let's maybe take a look at that, see if we can already get that maybe. First thing first, you're gonna release Tripoli again. Kinda like these guys, though they were never really involved in anything. Until they just kick the bucket now. Then we wanted to release us. Yeah. Do that because we provinces yet? I can release other people that are far away that I don't control any provinces of. I'm not sure why I can't do it with Sia. No, what's that? There was a different name. That was Moria. I see. I see. Okay. So broke that. Then I wanted to get these provinces. It's gonna cost a lot. We should be done with that in a year, so... But we haven't done the siege yet, so it's probably gonna cost us a little bit more. There's probably still gonna be some spare change to do something else. Not sure. Montenegro. Maybe we could bring Montenegro back. Doesn't have much. Croatia. Can really get these. Serbia. Either we can bring back either Serbia or Montenegro. Currently. Well, apparently we're gonna release quite a few people in the Balkans, which is probably not gonna prompt any sort of Balkan wars, you know? Because they're all gonna be peaceful. I'm happy that they don't have to, you know, suffer under the Ottoman Empire anymore. Think of anything left to... No, that's... So, again, like last time, basically have enough war score to get what we want. However, you know, the sieges here aren't progressing. Well, we've been there. Well, I guess this is a good point to end this. As you can imagine, Ottomans don't have any army in the field anymore, and the reinforcements will take a while to become powerful enough to deal with us in any effective manner. So I'm just gonna wrap up this episode right here. I hope this is not gonna be the last episode. I think we'll try to find some further, you know, room to expand before the game ends. Not sure against whom. Maybe we should wipe France off the map. That sounds horrible when I say it out loud, but you know. Oh. I'll try and figure something out. For now, the people that are already allied with us are kind of safe. So a couple of these guys here could technically be vassalized and, you know, fully integrated. But we'll see more of that in the next episode. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.